Our mates out on the upper Potomac again today. 75 degrees out today. Water temperature is about 57, 6, 5, depending on where you are on the river. But one of the questions I get asked a lot is about float trips on this section of the Piedmont section of the upper Potomac and where there's some good transition spots. And what I mean by that is not only in terms of fishing, but also just in terms of taking a break, pulling your kayaks off the water, having some catch and cook, lunch. And I'm standing exactly where we always pull off for lunch. If we launch north upriver, or I should say west upriver, from us. For example, if you're going to launch at Riley's Loch, Seneca Landing, you're going to launch at Violette's Loch, you're going to come down towards DC, that's going to be your float. And maybe you're only going to Pennyfield, maybe you're going to Swans, maybe you're going further down. But this spot is a great spot to just pull over, take a break, grab some water, do a little catch and cook. For me, a lot of times in the morning, if I launch out early, 6:30, 7 a.m. in the morning, I'll get to here. That's when I file it up, boil some water, and then I'll grab into a peak refuel, have some sausage and biscuits. It's my favorite, or whatever. Any kind of the breakfast peak refuel, anything like that you can get. There's plenty of brands. It's just peak refuel is the one I prefer. You can just relax. This is also a spot where you, and I know people have done their overnight. So you can camp here. It's a pretty great spot. So you're right on the river, but I'm going to turn this around and show you. You can already see how it's kind of been developed out and cleared out a lot by a lot of the people that like to use this point coming in off the river. You can see. We've already got some wood planks here. We've got a camp session right there, is typically where we'll put the fire. Right there on the river, right on the river for catch and cook. You've got plenty of open areas in here to pull the kayaks off. We pull the kayaks typically right here. And it's just a great spot to transition off to. Now, what we're looking at behind me now is you're going downriver towards Pennyfield, which is a huge parking lot. Boats put in there. Like jet boats, sometimes mostly John boats or anything smaller, because it can get really shallow going up underneath the towpath and then out into the Potomac. But that's usually a great ending spot if you're coming from, say, Riley's or Seneca in terms of a float. It's a really easy day float. It's not going to take all day. You got the current running with you. And going with you and taking. You can see it here on a brisk day. Great flow, great current flow. The river's down from where it was. It's probably down 2.5, 3 feet from where it was 5-6 days ago. But again, you've got all this area here to just pull off, take a break, light a fire at night or evening, pitch a tent, do whatever you want here. You got the towpath is literally right up the hill from where I'm standing, probably about 25 yards. It's a really easy trail down, so if in case there's any issues, with anything, you've got that whole towpath all the way back to the loch, in case of any emergencies, or anything like that. But it's just a great spot to just not only fish, but just pull over, relax a little bit, take a look at your day, maybe upload your photos, maybe do, if you're fishing in a monthly tournament, pull over, upload all your photos then from all the catches that you got from Seneca Landing on down through Old Dam 2 and then down to here. It's just a really great spot. You've got Virginia all the way on the other side, okay? And then right here, what you're looking at right there is a gap that I like to shoot a lot. Just because the smallmouth like to move back up in there on the Virginia side. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's pressure. Maybe there's no towpath on that side. There's no, locks on that side. There's no, but there's a little bit deeper water on sides of that too. So I think that kind of comes into play a lot. Coming through Old Dam 2 right there. You've got the flag there working your way on the right side of the river on the other side. That's an island that you're looking at right behind my hand. And on the other side, you've got water that comes down. You also sometimes get a lot of grass over there, a lot more grass on that side of the river. same as you work your way down to Pennyfield, you're going to find a lot more grass on the Virginia side of the river than you are on the Maryland side. I don't know exactly why that is, but that's just the way it is. You check out the videos from last year from Pennyfield. All that grass was phenomenal last year. I'm hoping that it comes in again this year, and we can get some great more fishing over there on that side. The Virginia side was outstanding last year. So we're hoping that we keep building on this in this part of the Potomac, and take care of it. So that's it. I'm going to take a look around here, maybe do a little trash run too, and pick up any debris that was left for those. I know there's some floats coming down here this end of this week and this weekend. So just want to make sure that it's all set up and cleared away for those folks. I'll probably meet out here, and then head on down to Pennyfield or down at Swain's. Swain's actually is a campground. Okay, there is a campground at that loch that you could pitch a tent. I think there's like 8 or 9 spots. You could pitch your tent right there. Take your tent there, set it up in the early morning, and then drive up to the lochs above you as far as you want to go. I would probably say Seneca, because then it's a long break before you come to another landing or boat launch. And then come down during the day, and when you get there, you're all set up. And again, stop right here. Stop at lunchtime, mid-morning, or just around lunchtime. Have something to eat. Upload your photos. Tell some stories. Just relax, rehydrate, all that good mess. But that's it right here on the Upper Potomac. All right, mates.